Finally got this in my horror DVD collection. This one's Severed, Forest of the Dead. I actually got this at the the Flea Market Mall that was in Bristol. Back then it used to be Save-A-Lots, but Save-A-Lots went out of business, so it turned into a Flea Market Mall. But now, guess what? Bit of a bad news. The Flea Market Mall in Bristol is actually where Save-A-Lots used to be, is going out of business, sadly. Around May 31st of this year. Look it up on Facebook. You want to know what I mean by that. The Flea Market Mall in Bristol. It's actually going out of business, though, around May 31st of this year, 2026. There's the disc right there. This one's in a Blockbuster case. But yeah, I think this is the one of them I got at the Flea Market Mall because it has the tape around there. It had tape around the side right there. I already took it off. So, and that was my first time going to the Flea Market Mall in Bristol, which was pretty good actually. But the only the downside I could say about that though is you cannot bring your backpack in the Flea Market Mall in Bristol though, which I have a very good reason why though. It's because they're going to think that you're going to steal something. So that's why it says no backpacks on the door, obviously. Since one time when me and my dad went to the Flea Market Mall in Bristol, I seen the sign right there. It says no backpacks on the door before we was going to go inside. I've had my Halloween backpack right there. I usually take it to go to the flea markets with. Yes, that's my movies right there. But anyways, that was the backpack I actually brought with me at the time. It's actually a Halloween backpack, which looks pretty cool. I was going to bring it, but thankfully I seen the sign though. It says no backpacks. I had to tell my dad, like, Dad, the sign says no backpacks. I can't bring my backpack in there. And my dad was like, oh, okay. So I had to leave my backpack in the car because I don't want people thinking that I'm actually, well, stealing something. So I had to leave the backpack in the car because, you know, for obvious reasons. But I have a good reason why it says no backpacks on the door though, because obviously they're going to think that you're going to steal stuff, and they'll actually ask my dad, why did they not, I asked my dad, why did they did not allow backpacks here? It's because my dad said that they're gonna think they're gonna steal. They think you're gonna steal something. So, yeah, but it is for what it is. At least I got me a few movies from there, and I do have the receipt for it, but it's in one of my movies. I think it's in my it's in my back to school with the, you know, the one with Rodney Dangerfield in that movie for back to school. Yeah. So I have the receipt. It's in the back to school DVD, the 2007 DVD. I have the receipt for it. I'll show you what it looks like. Whenever I do the DVD overview to back to school, I'll show you the receipt of this here. And yes, the Flea Market Mall in the one in Bristol actually had a receipt, actually. It's pretty surprising. And at least I got me a few movies from there. Sure, it was a little bit, I paid a little too much for it. I paid like $20, almost $21 for all these DVDs, but it is for what it is. They have some pretty good stuff, but man, they're crazy expensive too. One time though, actually, when me and my dad was in the Flea Market Mall in Bristol though, we seen like this Terrifier shirt, the one with the Art the Clown on there. We seen that, and it was like, what, $40? it was like $40 for a t-shirt. And I was like, wow, that's expensive. $40 for a t-shirt? Wow. That's expensive. Yeah, some things are very expensive in that flea market, I tell you. But that was our first time going to that flea market, and honestly, the experience was pretty good actually. But that's actually pretty sad that they're going out of business though around May 31st of this year. The Flea Market Mall in Bristol, which I have the receipt. Again, I have the receipt, but it's in the back to school DVD, 2007 DVD, which I will show that. I'll do the DVD review to back to school, obviously. So anyways, see you all later. Links down below in the description down below. For my channels down below in the description. So see you all later. Subscribe if you're new. So see you all later. Bye. And by the way, this is from the producers of Slither, House of the Dead, which I actually have in a single release, which is the theatrical cut. Which I know there is the director's cut of House of the Dead, obviously. And White Noise. So, yep. Which I believe I have White Noise in a widescreen DVD somewhere. Which I actually have it right here. I think mine's the widescreen edition, I believe. It's kind of hard to see. I did have a full screen DVD. But anyways, I better go now. See you all later. And that was my little story of how, like, when me and my dad go to the new flea market, actually. How I found out about this, though, my dad actually found it out. He found it out on Facebook that there's a new flea market in Bristol, actually. Which is pretty cool. I was like, I've got to check this out. Oh, yeah, and also says on the back, before I go, though, I'll read this right quick. Special makeup effects by the artists who brought you Scary Movie, Final Destination, Blade, and Freddy vs. Jason. So, yep. Well, I better go now. See you all later. Subscribe if you're new. Bye.